What is going on, folk? My name is NimbleThor and welcome back to my mobile gaming quest, where today we are checking out Deiland Tiny Planet, which is a sandbox RPG adventure game. And after a Kickstarter campaign in 2017, this mobile game was also turned into a PC version of the game, which is first person, by the way, whereas this has this top-down perspective. The PC game has a first-person perspective. So if you enjoy this game and you also play PC games, well, then maybe consider checking that game out as well. But today, though, we are playing the mobile version of this game. And even though this game is described as an adventure game, it really feels like a bit more of a survival game, I would say. And especially because of all the sandbox elements that has us slowly build up our home by gathering resources, crafting new items, and so on and so on. So for example, right now, we're about to plant some wheat crops, and we just planted some carrots as well. We're gonna go cut down some logs afterwards and maybe collect some more iron over here, mine some more iron ores. Whatever we need, really, we're gonna do. And so what do we need? Well, for example, right now, I'm trying to craft a mine, but in order to craft the mine, I need more star points, and I also need more wood. So let's start by cutting down some wood, and we can do that by switching to our axe over here and then go up and click on this tree over here, and we'll slowly start cutting down this tree. Now, as you guys can see, it's gonna take 11 seconds. You can see that on the left side of the screen. It takes about 10 to 15 seconds to do pretty much anything in this game, unless we buy the $6 in-app purchase, though. Oh, and the tree's on fire. Did you guys see that? There's a meteor falling from the sky that destroyed that tree. Anyway, we're gonna cut down the last part of its roots here as well, because that's gonna give us some more tree as well in 8 seconds. Now, you can buy that $6 in-app purchase, as I said, to remove the time it takes to collect resources. It's not really necessary. It's not a deal breaker. You can still enjoy the game. I'm enjoying the game right now as a free player. But if you really want to get into the game, then that $6 in-app purchase is really not a bad choice for the in-app purchase that you might just want to go with. And especially also if you want to support the developers. Now, how many logs do we have now? We have 15 logs and lots of trees yet to cut down, as you guys can see. But these trees don't plant themselves, of course. We have to plant them as well. So let's go do that right now. Let's switch back to this one here, and we can actually plant pinyon right here, which is a tree, and that's a very fast process. It only takes 2 seconds. So let's plant a few of these, and we can even go pick up some more seeds here, the pinyon seeds that we need to plant more trees. And then now let's go mine some ores, and then after that we're gonna go see if we can craft something new in our home base over here. Now, because you're sitting here watching this video and hearing me talk about this game, you are of course getting some sort of introduction to this game, but the game itself tells us very, very little about what we have to do, when we have to do it, and so you'll just have to spend a long time just trying out different things on your own. But that's exactly what I enjoy about this game as well. It more or less forces us to go explore, which is very far from common these days, where mobile games are often filled with boring and really, really long tutorials. So now that we've collected some ores, let's go see what we can do over here. Can we craft something new? Can we craft maybe the axe level 2? We can't do that just yet. We need a bit more metal. So one way of getting metal is to see if there's someone we can trade with. Every once in a while, our little planet here will get visited by a trader. I don't think there's a trader here right now, sadly, but sometimes it happens. And when it does happen, you definitely want to go over there and visit that trader, sell some of maybe your crops or sell some wood, whatever you have a lot of, really, sell that, and then spend that gold to buy something that you need instead. For example, right now we need more metal, so I'm really hoping someone will come visit us eventually and allow us to buy some of that from them. Now look at this. This is one of the ways that the game monetizes, is that we can choose to watch an advertisement to double up the amount of crops that we harvest. Now, I'm not going to do that right now. I don't want you guys to sit through an advertisement, but I wanted to point it out regardless, though, because it's the only place that this game gives us an option to watch an advertisement. There are no forced advertisements whatsoever, which is, of course, really great to see. And apart from that, the game only monetizes through that $6 in-app purchase that I mentioned before, and a few other smaller in-app purchases that allow us to get more resources instantly if we want to. So yes, you certainly do get a pay-to-progress faster advantage if you spend real-life money on the game. But, it's a single-player game. You will eventually get there. If you don't mind waiting for resources to be collected, I don't think there's any reason to really spend real-life money on this game, unless if you want to support the developer, of course. And look at this, guys. We're getting attacked right now. Let's find one of these beetles that we have to defeat. Here's the first one. Look at that. We're entering into combat here using our normal axe, dealing 39 in damage. And there we go, we defeated that beetle. Sadly, it didn't drop anything. I'm really hoping that one of them will drop something that we can actually use. such as, for example, the bait we need to go fishing, because I very recently just crafted the hook that we need to go fish, but I still have not found any bait, sadly. But I think it can drop from one of these beetles if I read correctly, because yes, I did cheat a tiny bit. I did go online to read how can you actually get the bait you need to go fishing, because I really had no idea how to do that. So hopefully that's what's dropping right here. Let's see, it was indeed. How awesome is that? So let's go over here to the pond. Let's switch over to, what do you guys think we have to do? Maybe just equipping just our normal hand. Do you want to start fishing? Yes, indeed I do. Look at this. Okay, what do we have to do? This is new to me. Do we just have to wait? Oh, I guess I have to click when it's in the green zone. Is that it? Oh, there we go. And we caught one fish. So now I guess we have to wait for more bait. Yes, because we used the one and only bait that we had. But at least now we have a fish. So maybe we can go cook that fish, I guess. Let's go over here to our fireplace. And we can, I guess, light the campfire. Yes, there we go. Can we now craft something here then? Let's have a look. Maybe with this one. I don't know what we have to equip here. Let's have a look. We can't cook the fish? That's kind of surprising. I thought we would somehow be able to cook the fish. Oh, it's just in here. Fresh fish. Use it to make a good soup. Alright, so I guess we can't use it yet, sadly, but we can use it whenever we get to crafting our first soup. Now, there's a few more things that I really enjoy about this game, and one of them is the very, I would say actually completely non-bloated user interface. There are nearly no buttons anywhere, and there's no need for a joystick either. We simply tap where we have to go, and that's really nice. There are very few things that I hate more than bloated UIs in mobile games. Another thing I really liked, by the way, is that the RPG aspects of this game keeps it interesting. And the way those RPG aspects enter the game is in the form of progression choices. So, for example, whenever our character levels up, we can pick between increasing our stamina, strength, and so on. And these choices will, at least over time, make my character and your character very, very different from each other, because you will have made different choices than I did about what to upgrade and when to upgrade it. And that's really nice. It makes me feel more attached to my character, and that's exactly what RPGs should be good at, and this game is doing that perfectly fine. Overall, the game is just of really high quality, and it's very clear to see that this developer really knows how to make these cute adventure games. They're even working on a new one at the moment, which sadly doesn't seem to be launching on mobile, but if you do own a console or PC, then definitely have a look at Summer in Mara as well, which is the company's newest game that just very recently raised over $200,000 through the crowdfunding platform Indiegogo. So now with that said, let me know what you think about this game in the comment section down below, and now it's time for the mobile gaming news of the day. And today's news is that Tencent might be working on a gaming phone. Yes, you heard that right. Tencent, the developer and publisher, the world's largest game developer, might be working on a gaming phone. That's interesting because I think Tencent is then going to be the first game developer that turned into creating hardware as well, or at the very least turned into creating gaming smartphones. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, I think that's interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to see how powerful it will actually be, how it's going to be designed, and which exact processors and GPUs and RAM and so on is going to power the phone. We don't know anything about that yet, but I will of course keep you guys posted on any more news about this mysterious Tencent gaming smartphone. With that said though, could you see yourself buying a gaming smartphone? Could you see buying yourself the Tencent gaming smartphone? If yes, why? And if you're not interested, why aren't you? What would keep you away from buying the phone? I don't personally think I'm gonna buy the Tencent gaming smartphone, most of all because I don't think it's even gonna release in the West, but we have no information about that yet. This is just me sitting here and speculating. In any case, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below, and with that said, thank you so much for watching till the very end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new around here, but most importantly, until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.